When dealing with family members, I prefer using Tribal Epic because you're dealing face to face. Now, most of the time, you can't always have that because you don't have the time. So, for the most part, everybody has to survive without using electronic means. Um, we communicate mostly through phone. Um, with my brother, it's mostly through messaging. I prefer to use messaging. I don't like really talking on the phone too much. Some situations I can't avoid talking on the phone, obviously, with certain family members because they prefer that communication form. Um, but when friends and other people, I can rely on instant messaging using different phone apps to help try new things like Viber, Skype. When I lived overseas, I survived off of using Viber most of the time because you can have that face to face via communication on a phone as opposed to just having a voice. Sometimes seeing a face kind of enhances that relationship more than just speaking through a phone or just texting through a phone. Um, and it's also nice to see them. Maybe if it's a certain holiday, you guys can catch up by showing what's going on, where you're at, doing FaceTime or whatnot. Um, but for the most part, we all rely on electronic means. When it comes to certain aspects of long distance friends, I might rely mostly on emails because you can detail more in an email than you can in a text message. But it also helps keep that relationship better because you have different ways that you guys can talk to each other with still respecting each other's personal time. Um, it has its downsides because you're obviously not face to face. Face to face to me is more preferable, but everybody doesn't have time nowadays. So you use what you have most available. And each mean or each medium has its own drawbacks and pluses, but I prefer mostly electronic means because it keeps everybody involved and it actually teaches people from a different age group different things. I know my nephews and nieces, they see phones and they know how to work them. They actually know different things in my phones than I know. But it's cool to see the younger crowd as well as the older age group all come together via electronic means.